Hello and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name is host Eric. I'm here with host Zachary, and we have famous person CMG who's bravely turned on her microphone, and we're excited to talk with her. Zachary, I wonder if you would like to start the typing questions this evening with Mr. CMG.
What's your ideal group of people? What's your ideal social circle? Interests.
As in interests?
Yeah.
It depends on. I feel like I'm stuttering because I'm kind of nervous. I kind of keep a lot of separate groups of people depending on the interest. So I just like to experience people and other interests, even if I'm not interested in it, because I like to see other perspectives.
Do you feel like you actualize your emotions through other people?
Yeah.
I see. Regarding morality, do you think it's intuitive or do you think it's rationalized?
Probably somewhere in the middle.
I see.
Combination of both.
Say again?
Combination of both.
Do you feel like you manage other people's emotions, or do you feel like you manage other people by being aware of and concerning yourself with their emotions and making sure that they're emotionally where you want them to be? Or do you feel like you more make decisions about people determined by how you feel about them?
I think I make decisions based on how I feel about them, but maybe subconsciously manage other people.
If I were to say to you, the universe is a unitary essence and everything's interconnected, what might your opinion of that be?
I think it can be both true and not true, because it's hard to put into words how I feel about that. In some sense, everything is connected, but in another way, everything is just spontaneous and happening at once.
I see.
Is it important to you that parts of your personality or your experiences be observed, or are you more comfortable with them remaining private in general? Or what's the exception? Which is the general and which is the exception?
I mean, the good thing is you want to be observed. I mean, in some sense, I do really like validation. But then the things that maybe I'm not so proud of, maybe not to be observed, but more to be critiqued. Because observed is more objective, while critiqued is more, pushing you along to being better.
Would you, do you think you're a product of your environment, or would you think that your environment is more of a product of yourself?
Product of environment.
Would you say you're a product of your environment, or would you say that your environment is a product?
She said she answered it, product of environment.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were asking me to clarify.
No.
Okay. Would you rather have a clear set of instructions on how to do things, or more flexibility on choosing how to get them done? If you were assigned a task.
Flexibility, but certain guidelines.
Do you or are you comfortable giving such guidelines to others?
Yeah.
Do you think truth is discovered or created? If you had to choose one, you can't say it's both. I know you want to say it's both. I already can tell your answer is both. I exclude that answer.
Discovered.
Okay.
And I actually wasn't going to say both.
See, I'm wrong again. Host Eric is making a habit of being wrong all the time lately. I've noticed this. Okay.
It's an inferior in I. That's what it is.
That's what it is. I think it's a number of different things. Anyway, if you came across a ravine, a sharp-walled ravine, it's too long to go around, and you're trying to get across, there's no means available that you can see, but you've got a sort of resources nearby. That's all the information you have to go on right now. How do you approach the problem?
So there's no, like, things around you? Wait, what? Can you repeat that?
Sure, I'll start over from the beginning. You're walking through the forest. You come across a ravine. It's too long to go around. The walls of the ravine are very sharp, so you can't climb down the side of the ravine, down to the bottom and back up the other side, okay? And there's no way across that you can see. You have various resources around you. You do have various resources around you. And you want to get across the ravine. That's all the information you currently have available. How do you approach this problem as it's presented now?
Jump. I'm messing. Um, well, look for a bridge. Look for, like, anything you
Look
could
for a
push
bridge.
around a
There's no
tree or
bridge. You
something.
look for a bridge. There's no bridge. Do them one at a time. Next step. Next thing you do.
Look for, like, maybe a fallen tree you could somehow push.
Okay, you look around.
But
There's no such
probably
fallen
not.
tree. There's no such
Because it
fallen
would just
tree.
fall in.
What's that?
Like the tree, if you're pushing it, it would most likely fall in because of the weight at some point. So I
It
don't
would have
know.
to be much longer than the distance across the ravine.
Yeah. But probably if it was that long, the weight would be too heavy and I wouldn't be able to push it.
You are wise in the ways of space objects.
I mean, you could try jumping, because you didn't
Too
really
far to
say how
jump.
big the
It's too
ravine
far
was.
for even a good jumping horse to jump across. It's slightly too far for a good jumping horse to jump across. That's how far. There's a good
What
jumping
if-
horse nearby, but you don't.
There's what?
There's a good jumping horse nearby, but it's wild and you don't have possession of it.
You could try to tame it. Just hit it with a stick or something.
Tame it with a stick. Right? So
Oh, no.
you
You know
walk
what you
up
could
to
do?
the wild, good jumping horse with a stick. It looks at you. What are you going to do now?
It looks at me. I don't know.
Hit it with a stick?
Okay, forget the horse. Maybe you could, like, get a pretty sturdy stick that was still, like, thin but flexible, and you could vault across the thing.
You're going to pole vault across. Now, that's clever. That is some clever thinking right there. You have successfully got across the ravine, my friend. You have successfully made it across. Congratulations. You're fucking pole vaulting across. Yeah, that's great.
How structured is your cerebral realm, do you think?
I don't really think about that because I feel like I don't know. I've never really thought about that question. Unorganized, most likely.
I bet TE, right? I think TI is unconscious. Though
That's
obviously strong. So maybe fifth slot, or maybe sixth slot. TE in the second.
I don't think we have enough information yet.
Okay. Ask some more questions. You want me to ask more or you want to ask more?
Ask one more, I think.
What kind of vegetable do you think is better? Brussels sprouts or your other least favorite vegetable?
I've never had Brussels sprouts.
You're a wise person. I would never have them on purpose.
I love Brussels sprouts. I disagree there. I think they're delicious.
Well,
What do
I
they
checked.
taste like?
Shit.
What?
They taste like shit. Is what they taste like.
What kind of Brussels sprouts are you fucking eating here? Where do you get your Brussels sprouts from?
The world's greatest Brussels sprouts. That's what I've gone and I've purchased the world's greatest Brussels sprouts. I've tried them. I had them cooked by the world's greatest Brussels sprout chef in the most delicious Brussels sprout preparation imaginable, and they taste like a pile of shit.
How much do you value your external environment?
A lot. Especially my room and stuff. I like to keep it organized, you know, the right kind of atmosphere.
Give me a question, Eric, or give her a question.
I normally never ask this sort of question, but I am concerned that it's going to influence my typing a little bit if I don't know this. Are you under 16 years old?
No, I'm 17.
Okay, all right.
I wasn't planning on being typed or whatever. So.
Hey, you're absolutely welcome. We have no age requirements here or anything. I'm a big believer in not grouping people, and that includes by age, you know? I mean, just in the sense that I respect everybody's rights, that's all. And I respect everybody as an equal regardless, you know? I've got friends who are middle schoolers. I consider my friends. I don't consider them my students or whatever. I've got friends like Zachary, who's like 19 or whatever. So, I mean, I'm not asking because I want to diminish anything. It's just I do know that when I'm typing people under about 16, I have to shift my perspective a bit. I type a lot of kids, you know, I type a lot of middle schoolers. So you're over that age, so I'm going to shift back to that perspective, which is once you get over after about 16, then you type as an adult, basically, in my opinion. Oh, hey, look at that. Camera and everything. Fantastic.
Are you more inclined to value past experiences or possibilities more?
Past experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Do you better at singing a song or drawing a picture?
I don't think that's a good question. Because, like...
You don't think it's a good question?
It's based on ability, not personality.
Listen, I'm not saying which you're more practiced at. I'm saying what do you feel most intuitively comfortable with? Singing a song or drawing a picture? Singing a song? Okay.
Singing a song, yeah.
Is your pitch good? Because I do think that pitch tends to correlate with certain types.
It's not good.
It's not good. Okay. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. You seem not the most arrogant person I've ever met.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you like to write? JC put in the chat.
No.
Do you like sports stuff?
I like the idea of being sporty, but I'm not.
I like the idea of being sporty too. I totally like the idea of it.
Like whenever I see people who like run and lift weights, I'm so jealous, but I just can't ever bring myself to do it.
What sort of thing do you do for entertainment when you have nothing to do at all? You've got totally free time, and the whole world is saying we want to make you have a good time. CMJ, what do you choose? What do you choose out of all the options in the world? CMG. Sorry, I'm bad with alphabet letters. Not bad.
That's really hard. I don't know.
Right, let me give you some choices. Horseback riding or watching a tennis match?
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding or going to Denny's with your two favorite people?
Can I do horseback riding with my two favorite people?
No, you have to do horseback riding with two people who you recently got to know that you like. They're recent acquaintances, but you're not that comfortable with them.
Oh, horseback riding.
Okay, so you like the idea of making new acquaintances? Okay. Now, let's say the same thing is with the same people. You have the same choice, horseback riding or Denny's. But in addition to Denny's, afterwards you go dress shopping and everyone gets to buy a dress for free. Like it's a sponsored prize or something.
I don't know. I really want to go horseback riding. It seems really fun.
Horseback riding or Denny's, the dress, and then afterwards you have a midnight cruise on the bay with a band that a cover band of the musical group or musical performer you like most. It's a cover band of that on the ship cruise.
I don't know. I feel like you're just gonna make the other choice better and better, so I'll just choose Denny's.
But I mean, if I'm gonna keep making it better, shouldn't you hold out until it's like $50,000? And you're like, all right, fine, fuck the horseback riding. Okay, interesting. Zach, you got any questions or anybody else? Hey, other people can chime in with questions too. It's not just host Eric and host Zachary who gets ask all the questions.
Yeah. So why don't you like writing?
I don't know. It's too boring. It's too time consuming. I'm just really not interested in it.
Okay.
Do you consider yourself
Just
antsy?
uninterested. Huh?
Do you consider yourself antsy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like me? Like you want to get up and walk around a lot and stuff?
Yeah, just like touch stuff. You know, I don't know.
I got a theory.
Okay. What is it?
Anybody else want more questions before I say my theory?
Yes.
GJC does too? Okay. I say my theory. My theory is ESFP.
And
Maybe. I don't know. I can't type myself.
okay, are you familiar with the paradigm at all?
The what?
The system.
The system.
MBTI, yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I feel like I just can't type myself at all.
If you read the ESFP description, does it sound like you?
Yeah, but when I read
It's a bad
a
way to.
description, it all sounds like me.
Yeah, that's how I feel
Crap.
too.
It's like I read into it a little too much.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Hmm. See, I don't have that experience. That's the thing about ENTPs. I think that makes them particularly attracted to MBTI. Is I think ENTPs typically when they find the description of ENTP, they go, "Oh my God, that's totally me."
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, the ENTP description on like personality page says that ENTPs are ideal people and they're good at everything. So
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like there's definitely lots and lots of biases in the MBTI community because of stereotypes, and people want to become like a certain stereotype to feel some sort of need or something like that. So I think it's especially hard for me because I'm like, oh, I want to be this type of person, or I want to be this type of person. But it's hard to identify like what you actually are because so much of it is just contrived, and you know, you want to fulfill your needs subconsciously.
Well, but here's the thing. I think there's a problem with making a distinction between being that which you wish to be and wishing to be something other than that which you are. Which is to say, um, if I'm seriously, we might get misled by certain descriptions. But in my perspective, if the things are described properly, or described well enough, such that there's a neutral valuing in the descriptions, that somebody who's an ESFP will genuinely value action and will genuinely value what's the dominant cognitive function again for ESFP? Is it SE or FE?
it's essay.
SE?
I see.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, I think you genuinely value action over what I would call splitting hairs, right? I think that that's a
Mhm.
value that you probably will eventually come to understand as inherent to your nature if you are in fact ESFP. And if you're something else, you'll come to understand those values as different. At 17, you're still active in a TI process that if you were an ESFP is not conscious. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's going to make it a slower process for you to figure things out in the TI way, right?
It would be your trickster function.
Oh, well, there you go. So of course, you're going to be confused about it. Of course, you're going to be like, I don't like the lack of certainty in the TI. I don't like the fact that these things are conditionals. I don't like this conditionality web. I'm fucking TE, and TI shit fucks the shit out of me. And yet, you really want to know this MBTI stuff, and so you're like, well, I can't figure it out. It's just like, bah. Because ultimately, really, what you need is a TE approach to it, which is what I'm trying to give you actually right now, sort of, which is like, well, you're answering the questions like this is what I'm reading it as. This is my diagnosis. You should understand that these things are not falsifiable. We can't falsify the type, which is probably why you are infuriated by it while also being attracted to it, right? It's non-falsifiable. And you're like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know? It's not even falsifiable. Well, you just got to go with the TINE types, right? Trust us. Trust us. Well, we'll tell you what you are. You can go with that.
Or we could just hit up Sindri. He does math in here. He'll
Yeah,
tee
you
you
get
the fuck.
Sindri in here. Or Nande. Nande, you're INFJ. INFJs, everybody believes them when they say things. Tell her what she is.
Actually, I was gonna say ESFJ, but then when I heard ESFP, I agreed with that.
Yeah, I thought ESFJ at first too because the actualizing emotions through other people. Let's read.
I was going to say ISFP.
Who says that? Who said what? ISFP?
Yeah, I was going to say ISFP, but I kind of came in a little bit late, so.
She played off as introvert at first, for sure, a lot. And then later on, I was like, okay, she's not really introverted.
No, you're doing a typing thing. I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready.
There's nothing to get ready for. You're talking to an old guy who makes lots of jokes. That's all it is to it, you know.
Wait, I have a typing question for an ESFP, because I am an ESFP. Like when they were going to type you, or do you do this thing where you kind of figure out what you're going to say in your head about things, and then when you actually get in the situation, it never comes out that way?
No. Usually if I plan to say something in my head, I'm sorry. Usually if I plan to say something in my head, it ends up happening that way.
Oh, okay.
That's how I am, actually. Sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I am. I agree with you, JC.
Oh, okay, because I never feel like I actually say the things, it never comes out the way I planned it to come out. Like, it just comes out, and it's just like, such is life.
Let's redirect that question. Do you regularly plan what you're going to say before you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ESFP.
That's not ESFP. ESFP is just going to say what comes to their mind. That's
just talk.
Why do you like Eric's channel? Yeah. Well, first of all, how did you come to the channel? Why do you like it? You like it.
I don't remember now. But I like y'all's channel because y'all post a lot. You have a lot of discussions and stuff. And I just discovered it a couple days ago maybe. So I've just kind of been watching a ton of videos and stuff, but I think it's interesting. Y'all talk about things that most channels don't, and y'all post more regularly.
We totally appreciate that, by the way. Thank you very much for watching our videos. Can we stop this one now? Are we done with this one?
We're not done. Okay,
my bad.
He's not an ESFP. I'm done. We're not done, but he is.
What are the ESFJ functions?
ESFJ is FE lead, and then SI next, and then NE next, and then TI last.
Okay. When she was coming up with... Oh, sorry. You go.
You still think that do you stand strong by the statement, I actualize emotions through other people? I mean, it's okay. I don't want me asking it again make you change your answer. I just want to make sure, you know.
Yeah, I still, yeah.
That's a very ESFJ thing.
I think earlier when she was... Sorry. I think earlier when she was, let's see. Coming up with the ideas for getting across the ravine, that kind of felt like a lower any kind of...
Yeah, I was thinking maybe... What about ESTJ?
Huh.
I was gonna come in and say, we may be off base with the F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ESTJ, because TE, organized environment, right?
Are you a specialist, CMG? Do you want to specialize in one thing, or do you want to try lots of different things?
I want to try lots of different things.
It kind of eliminates ESTJ in my book. ESTJs are specialists. They may not self-identify as it exactly. Maybe not right away, but...
What about ENFJ?
Well, in general, N's are the ones who are more interested in Myers-Briggs than S's. And she says she's quite interested in them, in Myers-Briggs. So that suggests N. However, I will say my ex-wife, ESFJ, was interested in it, but not interested in researching it at all. Oh, because she had a specific problem that she wanted to address. I didn't catch that, Zach. Could you repeat that?
Interested in it insofar as it gave her new information about people, right?
She said if she were going to research it, it would be to address a specific problem, like how can I deal with my ENTP husband's blah.
The thing is, like, I agree. I don't see much in E, so that suggests in I to me. I think she's FE.
Here, you know what we're getting towards, right? If this, well, yeah, I mean, this is the sort of weird typing mishap that happens with INFJs. Because they're FEs in the second slot, so they come across as really extroverted. But they're also actually introverts.
I don't think she comes off as super extroverted to be.
Okay, she doesn't come off as like ba 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 ba, right? But once I got past the initial nervousness, I read her as strongly. I strongly read her as extroverted. Like, okay, she's interested a lot in expressing with others, though she's not really comfortable yet in this moment doing it. Right?
Yeah.
That suggests INFJ to me.
I see. Maybe. INFJ.
Nande, what do you think about that? Are you still here?
Yes, I am.
What do you think about the INFJ possibility?
I don't know. I'm not really sure because, I mean, for one, I haven't met any other INFJs to my knowledge. And she did seem to come off as more of an extrovert. But, I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing. INFJs are rare, but if you're going to find multiple of them, it's going to be talking with famous people. There's a few distinct types that seem to like talking with famous people. INTP, INFJ, INTJ, to a lesser extent ENTP. Because we're so contrary.
When she first started talking, I kind of felt like that she could possibly be an INFJ. Like, there were things that she said that I related to well. I don't know if that's a good, like, basis for trying to figure out what type she is, but...
God damn, I wish I knew how to use Sindri's fucking mathematical formula. I need to learn how to use it. It'd make this shit so much easier.
Oh, well, I mean, it would make it pointless if it were accurate 100% of the time.
Perhaps.
I'd break it. If it were accurate, I'd find a way to break it.
I don't think it's like super. I think it just isolates inconsistencies. I think that's the point of the formula. But to digress, INFJ seems plausible. I'm pretty sure FE is high. I think FE is high up there. I don't think I see NE, so I don't think you're an SI. So I don't think you'd be E, S, or I. I think you'd be ENFJ.
ENFJ is like Abraham. She's not an ENFJ.
Yeah. She's not like Abraham.
INTPs and ENTPs have a different sense of who they're dealing with when they're dealing with an ENFJ than I'm currently having with her. And it's a weird thing to say, and it sounds a little like you shouldn't say it, but with ENFJs, I feel like I understand them and they don't understand me. And they don't like I understand them and how they understand things completely, and they don't understand at all. That's how I feel about ENFJs in general. In terms of like the meta stuff, right? Like I get what they're doing, I get where they're at with their FE dominant stuff. And I can see them utilizing that NI to good effect. I might not be able to do that stuff myself, but it seems like a lower level to me. Like that's something that's within my purview of things. It's a minor specialty. It feels that way to me. And it's natural that it would, according to socionics, because it's the benefactor-beneficiary relationship, which is one of the more
Who's the benefactor? Or you're the benefactor, right?
yeah, right. And it's one of the more like unequal relationships in socionics. So I think that's I'm not surprised that I sort of feel that way, and I don't mean it in a dismissive way at all. I respect everything that Abraham does, and he's mastered the stuff that I can't handle at all. I just tend to view it as small level stuff. I don't feel that way with CMG. That's why I'm thinking INFJ, because we do see a lot of the ENFJ kind of function stuff, but it would be in a different order for INFJ and would manifest very differently with the intuition first. It makes it for a wholly different person.
How do you, this is going to get kind of meta. How do you feel about your own emotions?
Can you be more specific? Because that's really broad and hard to answer.
Okay, let's say...
How do you feel about your own resentments?
I wish I was less immature about things.
In what ways
But
are you...
most of the times, resistment. I can't say it. Yeah, I can't say it.
It means like
But I
resent.
feel like
Do you
it's
resent the word
justified.
resentment? Do you resent the word resentment? Is that what you're saying?
I just can't say it.
So what are your feelings about them, regardless of how we say it?
I don't know. Of course, my own resistance. Gosh darn it. Of course, mine are always justified, but no one else's is. So.
Yeah, that's how it tends to work, right?
How it goes. So.
In what ways are you immature? You said you wish you weren't as immature. What ways are you immature?
Like getting my own way, you know. Like I feel like I manipulate people sometimes. And I feel really bad about that, and I feel like that's immature. And I mean not manipulate, like, oh, I'm gonna make you do something really bad, but just like
I got your daughter. Go rob that bank.
yeah,
See,
It's a boy.
not
CMG,
taking it out, but
CMG, do you feel as though you know how your behaviors are going to cause others to respond? Is that what you're saying, basically?
yeah, sometimes depends on the person.
Some people, they need a little guidance. It's not necessarily manipulation, all right? It's okay.
Yeah.
I say INFJ, man. The answer to that question right there was fucking INFJ. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just as a question, how are you with making plans?
I don't know. Making plans feels so like good inside. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be so organized and just awesome. But then it doesn't really go through sometimes. So it depends. I have to be really, really motivated to do it.
INFJ. I think INFJ.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, can we stop this video now because we got more new people in here and I'd like to get some more people involved. Yeah? Okay.
Alright.
Thank you so much, CMG, for being a guest on Talking with Famous People. It's been an absolute pleasure.